Alright, I should probably plug in my mouse now that I have one free USB slot. Excellent. Anything else I need to do? Maybe I explain where I got this cool background from. So, when we last left off, I mean, I was, what was I doing? Well, yeah, I was doing, like, Alice's puzzles and having streamer moments with it. Or with the puzzles, but I don't know, after, like, playing, like, offline, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm getting the hang of this, all that jazz, etc. Not that I wasn't, like, during the stream, but still. So much so that I ended up clearing all of Alice's puzzles, actually. So, let me show. Yep, Alice Creations 1, 2, 3, all those are done. You may see that I don't know if I've unlocked anything new, per se. Like, I already had, well, I mean, I have. It's just, yeah, Replipaint. I hadn't thought of, like, ever saying the name, so, like, just saying it out loud for the first time was like, what in the world? And, I don't know, yeah, in general, we did the Alice stuff. And then she mentioned something. It's been fun. I want to let you know that I won't be able to attend the meetups much anymore. It was great meeting someone who also enjoyed making simple, cute art with this weird tool. As a thank you, I've attached a little image I made in the Replipaint app that I thought you might enjoy. If you like it, you can make it your desktop background by using the Replipaint app. So yeah, she had made some cute little, like, flower thing here. Oh, yeah, it's covering there, but yeah. Pretty neat stuff. And yeah, you can load up the, thingy. Wait. I should... Where is it? Oh yeah, Alice background. Yep. And yep, she defined functions, all that other stuff, and this is it. Wow. Goodness. Oh yeah, defined functions to make an ellipse, but everything else is, like, other stuff going on. But yeah, amidst that, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, throughout that we've also, like, met a few other peeps at, like, the little conference area or something. Like Coach Austin. Thanks for checking out my 3D printed sporting equipment at the event this weekend. I've been using Replicube to train training equipment for the teams I coach. Here are some examples. Perfect practice makes perfect winners. Then we have the Ultra Soft CEO. Imagine being ultra soft. They say, hey man, sorry for talking your ear off at the meetup. I just get so excited about all the great ideas I have for games. That is a mood. Here are some of the ideas I've had. Let me know what you think, and if maybe you want to team up to make any of these. But remember, I own all these ideas. I have timestamps and proof I came up with them, so don't get any wild ideas about stealing any of these gems. JK, lol. I know you wouldn't do that, right? So yeah, we've got, like, 2 more sets of puzzles, and I think that's pretty much the... not the end of tutorializing, but I mean, you know. We're delving into some stuff on our own, pretty much, kinda. And with that, I shall take a drink of water and then start this next puzzle here. Okay, I'm back. And I also forgot to mention, because I don't think I used any of these during my last stream of this, I put some sticky notes up, just for the heck of it, for, I don't know, just for my own, usage or something. Anyway. Let me pull up the football just for the heck of it. I know we've solved it, but yeah. It's just really funny here. If you train by throwing a square football, when you switch back to a regulation ball, you can throw for miles. Coach Austin, my goodness. Very funny. Very funny stuff. But yeah, it was like a bit of a simple thingy, just some conditional shenanigans. Now let's do a tennis ball. Square balls bounce very erratically, which really helps train reflexes. Whatever you say, Coach Austin. Anyway, we've got this shape here. And looking inside it, the green is kind of like solid there. So, guess what I'm thinking, since I see this, so I see like one big like, you know, like square or like rectangular prism of that. And then if I look here, I also see another big rectangular prism. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make both of those rectangular whatevers, so. Oh, like this. Oh yeah, they added an update. There is code completion, which is pretty dope and interesting. I imagine there's stuff you can do to like tweak it if you want to, maybe. Oh yeah, that sort of stuff, which is awesome. Like, game hasn't been out for like that long yet, and already there's an update for that. There's an update where you can like have rivals. You can like pick out people from CubeNet and like, you know, challenge them. Well, not challenge them, but you can have your rival specific leaderboard filled with like, you know, all your rivals and stuff, which is awesome. Anyway, time to code. I'm thinking this is a... Alright, hang on, bear with me. If absolute value of x is less than 1, and so that's, oh sorry, less than 2, so we can like get like this range here, and then we want y to be bigger than -2, y bigger than -2, and z, what do I care about with the z? I actually don't care about the z. So then return 10. Yeah, so we already got like this first bit here all set. And you know, why not just do one of these? Oh, sorry, not and, or. So, same kind of thing, but we're gonna do it for like this other, like vertical part here. So that's gonna be a absolute value z is less than that, and then y is less than +2. Alright, so yeah, we got our thing. And now you may be thinking, oh, we gotta like do all this stuff right here. We gotta do like a conditional for each line. We actually don't. So after like these get rendered, since, okay, this is only a trick that I can do because of like the remaining space like also being part of the puzzle, I can just say return 1 for like everything else that doesn't, you know, like get rendered from this, and yeah, we got it. So yeah, good stuff. I was like, I think I remembered like when I went to this puzzle, and then I was like, actually no, I'm going to like save it for stream, but like I had solved it kind of just like in my head, like the thought process of like what I would do. So yeah, good stuff. Let's return to the project manager. I wonder what this baseball bat is going to be like. This takes the concept of a weighted bat to the extreme. True. Okay, we got big space. We only need a small rectangle of it. So, and this is the interesting part too, like, you have like your cycles per voxel thing where it's like, well yeah, it's just some efficiency. So like if I type this, if y, absolute value of y less than 2, then, so I'm only going to consider it if it's like, you know, like in this area. And already we like save like a lot of like checking. Well, we do have to check like every single like thing up here. But first we just start off by saying if that is equal to that, and then further calculations will only be focused on like this stuff, and that feels like a little more efficient there. So I have a funny... Wait. Okay, I see what I want to do here. So I'm gonna make this big rectangle first, like this big part, and we're gonna use absolute value, but we're gonna like shift it over kinda, cause like it's not in the center, but you still use absolute value for like symmetrical stuff. So let me think. If absolute value of z, let me think. This is 2. Let me keep that in mind. Maybe it would help if I turn it like this, so that positive is to the right. If absolute value z, z minus 2, yes, I think, yeah, is... So when I do this, when I do the z minus 2, I like how I'm like tutorializing. I'm like teaching the game right now instead of just like playing it kind of a little bit. I mean, I'm still playing it, but it's like I'm deeply tutorializing it a little bit more because like I understand stuff, and I don't know, I'm just like excited for things anyway. So z minus 2, that imagines that like you're moving this entire like rectangular thing to the left by 2. So that means when we're there, that means you go 1, 2, 3, and then you stop. So is less than 4. Well, let's put that in a conditional. Yes. And then we say, and, I think. Because we need to do the x now. Absolute value x less than 2, and that. Then, oh, wait, oh, end would go here, right? And then you put that in there, and then you do return, what are we thinking? I think this is an 8. What do you think? Yep. And yeah, that's our, like, bat there, like the hitting part. And now you need this, section here. We'll slice. I'll just put... putting all 3 of my conditionals in one space. In like one whatever. Or 4. So, first one is the big part of the bat. Second part is the little thing here. And then third part will be this, I guess? I don't have to do it like this, but I mean, I guess I'm saving some tokens. Wait, oh, speaking of tokens, I'm thinking of Panslore right now. Panslore is a game developer and also, was pretty known like the Necrodancer scene for like doing like very funny, Dead Ringer strats, but in general he did do some like nice stuff like Necrodancer and has been doing like neat stuff as a game dev as well. And like, some of his like Pico 8 shenanigans, like he does like a lot of tweet carts, which would be like cartridges that can fit under like the length of like a tweet and stuff. And some of his like optimizations are pretty crazy. So I would love to see him on Replicube. That would be really funny. Anyway. I think this is a check if z equals -5. Z equals -5 and ABS x less than 2. Wait. Oh, I don't need this. Or wait. Okay. So let's actually front load all of these, I think. Okay, so this is the Z stuff. so let's actually just front load this stuff, and then we can say if that, or z equals 5, or x equals 0. Wait, hang on. Could I be getting ahead of myself? Or could I be doing something weird? Okay. No, I'm good. I was like looking at it from here, and I was like, oh, I got like an entire brick, what happened? But then like I look here and it's like, oh, yeah. So, y equals 0. Alright, yeah, cool. So yeah, that was a neat like moment there. I just like front loaded some of these like checks here instead of like having to redo them. Just gotta avoid the repetition in code sometimes. And of course you could just like put all this in like one conditional and like save a little bit of time or something, but yeah, there we go. Neat stuff. Gosh, there are a lot of play. It's very fun to see like so many like entries here, because that means, yeah, there's a lot of heckin' people playing. Goodness, page, whatever. How many lines did XNOR, my goodness. I think they are probably just the final boss of like Replicube or something. I've been hearing neat things about them on the forums. Or I just see their name a bunch here. Who's at the top for whatever? Lugia? Or Lugia? Wow. Shouts to Lugia. One of my favorite Pokemon. Oh my goodness. For this to work, you really need a square hoop as well. Oh my gosh, Coach Austin. Also, wait a minute. Actually, no, never mind. What does the inside look like? No, like, I mean... Wait. Oh, that's that part. What about this? Okay, so it's only like one thick... Okay. See, I was going crazy for a moment thinking about like how to build the black part, but I could be wrong, but like something about like looking at the browns makes this feel much easier. Alright, like I feel like I want to like build it by the browns. Ooh, and I see like, obviously, yeah, this is symmetrical. And like, it's so interesting that I'm like looking at things in a different perspective, because like, I was looking at this trying to like find patterns here, and I didn't really find much, but like when I look down here, I'm like, okay, you already have like a symmetrical bit like in the middle with y equals 0. So all you have to do is make like this strip and this strip, and then you make, well, I guess there's also that too. Okay, yeah, you make that on that layer, and then this stuff on that layer, this stuff on that layer, and then you're good. Like, I was trying to find like something through here, and like, wait. Okay, yeah, this is still complex. I think I may do like the top-down version, maybe. I don't know, like I do see this stuff, this like four-leaf clover looking shape. Maybe that is the way. Wow, I'm getting like really sidetracked with trying to solve this here. Trying to think which way would be best. Because I feel like... Because if I'm here, I'm just saying, like, if y equals 3, then follow these rules. If y equals 2, follow these rules. If y equals 1. But, like, can I do something funny with this? Yeah, because it's like... you've got like a section of this stuff here. In fact, you could say that like this whole part is just like one like big rectangular prism minus like this one square, and that one thing is like when x is equal to -3, so and then you just have like these little bits that you need to input maybe. Yeah, I think I'll go with this method. All right. Finally, writing code. Now how am I gonna word this? I could do like one section at a time and then... Oh wait, you could just... literally just say if absolute value x, y, and z does not equal 0. So far. We're gonna chip things away in a moment, so not equal to 0. And like you could do this, or you could do like if not equal to 0. I'll just do that though, and then do that and that. X, Y, Z we don't really need actually. Return 15. What's the error? Then expected after exclamation point. Oh, does it not? Wait, oh, it's gotta be this one. Okay, I was about to say. I forgot. It does not do exclamation point equals. Oh, right, I'm viewing it from here. I was like, where's the rest of it? It's right there. Well, I can actually do this, and absolute value of z is not equal to 3. Cool. So yeah, we essentially have our thing that we're looking for. We just have to cut out the corner. And this corner, what are we saying here? I don't know if this works, but like, if you add up all of these absolute values, it will equal 8. So, oh, it's gonna cut this too. Do I want it to cut that? No, I only want to cut it from this side, so... Cut out the corners. I don't want to touch that. Wait. Wait, what am I saying? Oh wait, all of these are based on y equals 3. Oh, yeah. And y, absolute value of y. Wait. Oh, but don't knock out this, though. That's the problem. So... Sorry, I was, like, thinking of how, like, this is also -3, and so is this, like, the y. So, I only want this stuff. So this is when x and y are -3. Oh, yeah, that's good. And x, absolute value x. So let's do this. And not this equal to 3 and absolute value of y equal to 3. Hooray! We have our clover. Alright. Cool. So there's that first. And that does like cover like the inside, but now we need to do the outside. So we'll do this. General clover shape. Wait. Sorry. 4 rectangles, I guess. And then further is our trimming, I guess. Sure. And then we do if that, then return that. So next, you want to say if that, or I guess it's just now it's Z and Y have to not be equal to 2, I think. Z and Y, 2, 2. I think. Emphasis on I think. Wait. Oh, right. This should be and. Oh, that's a funky... Ooh. So we did that for this, and wait. No, why am I saying it's funky? I think it's actually what we're looking for, if I understand correctly. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, looking at it, I was like, that's not a basketball, that's a... I don't know. Anyway. Return 3. Oh. Only in this game am I, like, having trouble... Wait. Wait, did I miss something? Probably, because, like, this is not it. Oh, this basketball's wider. Huh. Wait, so what happened? What happens if I take this out? Oh, it was always not wide. What did I say to make this happen? Wait. Okay, no, I'm tripping myself up. Wait. Okay. Okay, so the stuff is gonna get filled in, right, it's gonna get filled in by, like, the black part, but then, like, what's this, though? Why is this not... I made an error. Probably, because, like, I think it's this part here, which is weird. Oh, but there should be an extra thing here. So I think okay, I messed up with both parts, but I need to, like, fix them one at a time, probably. Okay. So... Always something about, like, this wording. Okay, or is not it, but... You have the shape... We do have the general shape figured out, I think. Yeah. problem is we just need one more here. So... I take all this out. Well, yeah, it's not gonna return the 15. So where's this then? Unless I... Oh, right, that's because I wasn't, like, planning it. Wait, huh. That would make a lot of sense. Unless I should? So, like... Z is not equal to 3. What if I... Okay, maybe it's not like trimming, it's just like extra parts and what's the problem though? This is quite the trim, I do have to say. I'm thinking about that top-down strategy again. I only have to, like, define, like, 3 things, and then everything else is mirrored. Okay, what if we type this? The Z method. And then... comment all of that out for now. Ah, heck. Because of this one. Yeah. Now, the Y method. This feels like I'm saying like the golden structure, the platinum structure, the silver structure, the bronze structure. No. Landmaker reference. If Y equals 3. Then. Else if Y. The absolute value of Y. And then. Equals 2. Else if absolute value Y equals 1, and then. Alright. End. This may be funny, but bear with me. And it's definitely easier to grasp, it's just, you know. The idea was fun for, like, the Z method, though. If absolute value X not equal to 0 and absolute value X less than 3 and actually no, we don't need an and, it's just a then. So return 15. Boom. Hang on. Render render brown equals false. Yep, we're doing this, I think, maybe. Wait. Does this save anything? I mean, I call return 3 times versus, like, set 3 booleans and then another return. I don't know. At the very least, it, like... I don't know, like, there's some merit for, like, programming to, like, have, like, just one return statement instead of having like multiple. Like it could be like neat that you could like exit out of a program at like any whatever, but I mean, I guess for like debugging's sake, or just like checking things, I don't know. It's all preference. Maybe it could have an effect in some cases, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, layer 1. Easy. Now layer 2. Pretty much the same thing, but a little bit different. Wait. Yeah, I do care if it's not equal to 0 because, yeah. That's easy. Cool. And now... equal to 1, then... is this not the same thing? Oh right, I don't want these. Don't want the smoke. You don't want that. Absolute value of z is less than 3. Then, yes. Eek ball. And then, if absolute value of y equals that, then... if... it's just that. That's all it is. Alright. So, with that, I think we should have our ball set. All we need to do now is simply return 3. Alright, good stuff. Again, it was really fun to like look at the thing from like, I didn't consider like a third axis, but like just axis, but you know, just considering like 2 axes. Haha, me when I try and like say the plural, but like I had the right idea for it, I just like use it too early. Anyway, looking at the puzzle from different angles. Cool. 655. Neat. Northern Lod. Almost looked like Northern Line. Or Lad, sorry. Alright. Yeah, on to the next thingy. Tennis racket. Lots of wind resistance. Really beefs up the arms. Goodness. It's a very funny racket. I've seen this shape before, the hashtag. Really trying to think of how it was done. I think this is a modulus or modulo moment, maybe. Let me think about it. Well, first of all, this is a flat boy, so like, if z equals 0, then congratulations, you're gonna be rendered. We don't have to render anything else. Just get that out of the way real quick. And now... all of the, like, bits are... if I return 1 right now... well, yeah, obviously. I'm just trying to think of something here. Because I could have sworn there was like a quick way to make crosses or like hashtags. We need to go back here. Back to Alice Creations. Is it the tic-tac-toe thingy, maybe? I think so. What did I do here? What makes the 1? Oh, it was the absolute value stuff, I think. Or was it? Or, wait. Oh yeah, return 1. If z equals 0, yep. If absolute value of x equals 2, which is like all that. Right. Hello, Q-Enter. Welcome back again. Welcome to the stuffs, the Replicube stuffs. Yes, I am in fact cube-coded, yeah. Earlier I did like take a peek at like 1 million stars is ending, and it does work now, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, we went through that, and now I'm back on the Replicube grind. Currently looking at a previous puzzle to like look at how I made like the little hashtag shape, and just using that to what am I thinking? Oh my gosh. Right, making a tennis racket. A square 1 because, you know, yeah. Yeah, I think Coach Austin really likes, you know, just like cube or square sort of things. Or maybe just naive with like using this program, but I mean, you know, it's all good. Anyway, I think this is a shifted absolute value moment because like, unless, so that's 2, 2, and then that's, sorry, 3, 1. Okay. I think I got it. Maybe. Also, shouts to Coffee Break. I love this song. If absolute value y, this is another shift moment, so we gotta shift it down to the center and then imagine something. So -2, if y -2, absolute value equals 1, then, or absolute value x, and we don't need to shift the x because like the x is already like in the center. Absolute value x equals 1, then return, hang on, I'm trying to think right now. Well, let's see what happens here. Yeah, this is way too long, so we gotta trim it. And I think we do that by, because if it was in the, no, let's look at the x. So x needs to not be bigger than 3, absolute value of x, and then absolute value of y, that, sorry, I'm saying a lot of words, but bear with me here. And then we do the actual thing here. So the first part, I'm just going to like set the boundaries. So you have to be less than 3 to get there. And you also have to be less than 3. So yeah, now that means we can cut out everything that's there. We have our box, cool. And now I'll just name this net. And then, ooh, I'm thinking of something fun we can do with the little pole here, but in the meantime, let's work on the square, frame, and then handle down here. Okay, so for the frame, square. That is true, it is a square. I'm just, if, oh right, so this is another shift moment because this is symmetrical, so we gotta like shift the Y stuff down. But notice how it's equal, like the x is equal to 3 for like this area, x is equal to -3, and then x is equal to +3 here. And then if you were to shift this whole thing down by 2, then this -1 would become -3, this +5 would become 3, therefore we're doing something similar to this. So let me just say, if absolute value of x, wait, oh hang on, sorry, I forgot, this z equals 0 is important. We only want to care about the we only want to care about like literally this slice, so everything else here needs to go inside there. Forgot. Okay, like I really am just tutorial talking now. It's fun though, it's pretty nice that I'm like not as streamer brained. I can do things. Okay, if absolute value x equals 3, or absolute value of y minus 2, because we have to do the shift, equals 3, then equals 3, the emoji, or sorry, emoticon, anyway. Or the web series, whatever you choose. Return 7. Ah, yes, but we do have to do that thing now. And let's I think it's one of these things that we're doing. So less than 4, I think. Less than 4. And that is less than 4. I'll reorder things in a moment. Also the keyboard noises, I still love that. Excellent. And now for the fun part here. If, it's not that fun, but you know, it's cute. If x equals 0 and y is less than 0, then... Oh, sorry, y is less than -1. And now, if y is less than -3, sorry, let's do greater than 3 first, then else. Okay. Return 7, otherwise return 3, and end. Almost. Oh, I meant -3. I meant, greater than -4. Okay, there we go. Funny. Alrighty. That is our tennis racket. What a racket, am I right? Yo, shouts to Kaito Sinclair, spotted once again. Of our Puzzle Wednesdayers. Again, wondering if anyone else from the Puzzle Wednesday gang is here. Oh, she got, like, a little bit less for my, whatever thingy. You know, I should add her as a rival, possibly. Would be fun. Not me now trying to, like, optimize my code. So... I can take out some ifs, but like... Well, yeah, I could do this. then return 7, else return 3. Wait. I've done something horribly wrong. I think we'll just leave it at that for now. Maybe, I think, etc. Let me open up the CubeNet though. Also, yes, I do have a profile picture. Like for now, kinda. It's more of a temporary thing because ideally it would be really fun to make a profile pic of my cat Sona. I've been I made a color palette of all the Replicube colors and in Sprite, and I've just been trying to draw my thing there, and then after that I will determine how to make it in Paint. Should be fun. But yeah, in the meantime, I just have 4 squares. My mentions, manage rivals. Well, well, well. Oh, it's nice that it shows a bunch of peeps around. Add selected, and let's get Dronky in here. I assume middle thought. Crazy. Yeah, rivals, you can add peeps to specifically appear for the leaderboards and stuff, which is pretty neat. And I imagine one would wonder oh, why not just do Steam friends or whatnot, but you know, this is a way where it's it's not dependent on the platform, so you can. So if this game gets released on itch, for example, now peeps can just add people from CubeNet by making a CubeNet account. Yeah, some really cool stuff. Anyone else that happens to... Wait, hang on. Me trying to guess users that are on here. Or friends that may have this game. Oh my gosh. I'm just doing this live on stream. Apologies. Oh my goodness. This is just the main 3 I can think of. Apologies if I have not added you and you have the game. What's up with my profile pic? Oh, we got more meowers in the chat? Imagine. One has to wonder. Profile pic gallery, ooh. Oh, that's nice. I'm loving seeing everyone's profile pics. If you have a custom profile pic, respond to this thread with a short note, meep, about how you came up with it, what it means, how you coded it. I just want a thread here. Mine is obviously a Menger sponge / carpet, which is sort of the mascot for the game. Someday I want a Menger sponge plushie. Oh my gosh. Shoutouts to sponge plushies. I guess that would make my living plush Typhlosion character Stefan. I guess he would be included in such sponge plushie. Gracious. What about a tall note? That would also be fun. That would also be fun. Oh, yo, the Quake logo. Ooh. Yeah, I really do want to come in with a, PFP of, I don't know, my Sona, maybe. A Leckhead? Good stuff. Yo, Corey Mill, actually. Yo, wait. I think I recognize that peep. They've made some games, I think. Apologies. Or maybe I'm thinking of Corey Hart, who who worked on a... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna type it in now. I'm gonna search Corey Hart with a D. H-A-R-D-T, sorry, with a T, I think. Okay, yeah, I found him. Oh well, they made an interesting game. Quartz. Okay, yeah, sorry. I was thinking of the game Mosaic that they made, which is a very cool take on Match 3. You should play it when you get the chance to. Anyway, There we go. I'm just peeking at the forums, I guess. Also, announcements, rivals and emojis are here, and the update roadmap. No way. Add a search. Ooh, that's very appreciated, yeah. See my mentions, other stuff. Wow. Oliver is cooking. No way, the stack it up peep? I have not unlocked that yet, but when I do, it's gonna go crazy. Anyway, I think that should be all for now. Let's return to Project Manager, create a basketball hoop to go with the square basketball. Amazing. Ooh, this funky pattern is gonna be real interesting to try and make. I don't know why I keep the return one sometimes. I guess I'm trying to like preserve the original thingy. The original starting point. If z equals -3 backboard rim and net. Oh yeah, that has that one part that I need to worry about. Anyway. Wait, so if z is that, and y less than 4, and z greater than -3, then now we can do something neat. If same square pattern, if x absolute value x, I kind of want to just add this to a thing here. Hang on. It's a little bit messy, but I'll organize this at some point. ABS A or ABS B for hollow squares. Or just some random whatever, like, not X, Y, or Z, or I guess, I don't know. Anyway. Absolute value X equals 2, or absolute value Y, but we gotta shift it down. Y minus 1 equals 2, then. Return, oh my gosh, return 1, else, or return 2, I can't spell it, 2, end. Hello? What's the error? Wait. Oh, like actually, what's the error, huh? Or do I just need to start it up? Oh, is there some? I think there's something wrong with my conditionals, maybe. Well, first of all, we don't need a Y check. Wait. Oh, yeah, this is real funny. Z is equal to -3. Z is greater than -3. How can that be? How can that be? I think what I meant to say was Y. Yeah. Oh, but then we have these shenanigans. It's not even long enough. Oh, I was getting way tricked. Wait. Okay. So, but there's nothing here. So this is Y is greater than -4. Oh. Wait, so... No? Okay, you don't need this. Y is greater than -4. Cool. Now to fix that, oh right, it's the classic, whatever thing. So, ABS A less than, I don't know, I'll just do hashtag, and then you can figure out the rest from there. If absolute value x is less than 3 and, oh, I don't need an extra if, sorry. That and this y minus 1. Good. Now the rest. I think this bar is just being made regularly. But first, if y is equal to -2. If y, oh sorry, absolute value x less than 2, then return 7. Cool. Now let's only do it when z is equal to -2. Z equal 2 and cool. And now the other bit. Square, once again. Hollow square, my good friend. There are a lot of hollow squares. This is a fun lesson. If. Case all that. So let's shift the z down by 1. Z, and then what else is changing? X. So if X and X, but now this Z stuff needs to go down by 1, right? I think, yeah. True. Heck. Return 7. I think I'm missing it then. Yep. Solid. And now for the funky part. Only some modulus stuff. I see repeating patterns here. And you can mirror it, essentially. Sorta. Okay, well, okay, if you look at it one layer at a time. You got this. Well. 6, 6, 6, 6. Wait, no. These equal 6, and then these equal 8. But I could also shift everything up the z-axis, or down the z-axis by 1 to make them all equal to 7, because... Sorry, I'm like adding up the x, y, and z values, which is a very interesting, like, clever way to put things. Like, you can add these together and get, like, the diagonals for that, so... Net time. If... Now, is that what I want to do for, like, this part, though? Yeah, I guess this is clearly different. Like, I don't know if I'm like modulusing like the entire thing per se. We'll work on it one layer at a time. If y is equal to -4, then if x plus y plus z absolute value -1 equal to 7, then return 1. Ooh, look at that. Good stuff. We just have to make sure x is less than 3. Absolute value of x. And z -1. Wait, what am I doing? I'm erasing my work. X, and then z -1. Cool. There's that. And now, oh gosh, this, probably a modulus moment. Unless you got any other funny ideas. 0. That's 5, 5, 5. Is it really just 5s? Really? Interesting if true. Else, if y equal to -3, then equals 5. And not quite. Respect the attempt, but it's like 5. This is gonna be 7. Yeah, I think this pattern is only for like the diamond stuff. Maybe. This could be a modulus moment. Yeah, I'll try that. If... What are we modding? We're modding the x. If x modulus 2. Oh, we gotta set our bounds as well. If y is equal to that, and x, and absolute value of x less than 3, and absolute value of z -1 less than 3, then wait. 0, 1, 2. Okay, you're fine. Meow. Huh. Oh, gosh. Not me looking at my PNG tuber for a moment, realizing that they were not talking as I spoke. Something, something... I don't know if it's really like different noise gate whatevers or things. I mean, like, yeah, OBS and VideoTube, but I think it's more that like I'm using a noise reduction thing for my mic instead of like just no noise reduction, and also my microphone is really quiet out of the box, which is pretty whack. And I don't think there's any settings to like change it, or maybe there are. I think I remember there's a program for Blue Snowball. Anyway, fourth wall breaking. Comments aside, if that equals 0. Wait, what was I doing? If that and that and that, yes. But I don't want x and z to equal 0. And x not equal to 0. And z not equal to 0. Wait. Let's do this. And not those two. Yep. Return 1. A glimmer of closeness, but no cigar. What am I doing here? What is the... Oh, z minus 1. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. I specifically said z minus 1 is not equal to 0. Oh, I think I should be doing that. Or, wait, no. I have 2 knots in the case. It's getting funny. Where'd this one go? Absolute value of... Oh, should this be an or? Oh, no. So only at the edges, I think. But... Okay, so there's this, it's just... What am I doing after that? Is this an absolute value moment, I think? Could be an absolute value moment. Ah, silly me. Absolute value moment. We've done it. Made the basketball hoop. We go with the square basketball. Excellent. So yeah, now I can click everyone. Or I can click rivals. Wow. Okay, so Dronky's beating me in one section, but I'm beating it in another. Gotcha. Neat. So I've got mail. Electronic mail. Oh, we got a music peep? Some recommendations for you. Okay, I know you were more interested in how I made these objects, but I had to also send you some quick song recommendations as well. Each file in the attachment has a related song recommendation. I hope you check them out. She's actual size, but she seems much bigger to me. They might be giants. Signing off, Gabriella. Real. Alright, so now we got some music stuff. Ooh, synthesizer, guitar, headphones, and xylophone. That's neat. I think I'll go ahead and continue all of the sports stuff. Going on to music might be funny because, well, note, music. I may also just do game ideas as well. We'll see. Bowling. Square bowling ball ends up more like shuffleboard. Of course. Love this guy. Yeah. So. Floor. No, not that floor. This floor. No, not that floor. This floor. Yeah, it's because I'm pressing enter. It's all good. I just need to do that, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's literally fine. If y equals -4, then if absolute value of x is less than 4, then return 9. Alright, we've done it. I'm absolutely floored by our performance. Do the ball next. Not me dreading the pittance. If... Oh, we gotta do some... Gotta do, like, hacking... 6 conditionals, I think? Oh. Wait. Wait, could I be funny? Hang on. No, I couldn't. Yeah, we'll just do if 6 times if x x greater than 0 and x less than 3 and y greater than -4 and y less than -1 and z greater than, what are we talking? Greater than 1 and z less than 4, then return 2. Sorry, 3. Cool. I'm sure there's a different way to do that. I know I was talked about like boxes and stuff with like max, but it's like I revisit max for the heck of it. It's like I don't remember what puzzle that was. I should have wrote that on the sticky note, but so be it. I mean, it doesn't really matter right now. Okay, we got a funky looking, okay. Pins. Okay, so it's like diagonal stuff. It's like, what are we thinking here? It's between X and Z. I think it's a Z plus 1 moment, and then... Or sorry, yeah, Z plus 1 moment. To like bring it forward so I can zero out both of them. I could do some, like, debugging stuff. Like, try and visualize something, so... If... So bear with me, if... y less than 1 and y greater than 4, -4, and z less than, well, z less than 0 for now. I know I'm doing the shift over thingy, but here. Okay, so yeah, we got that, but now Absolute value of what x is less than 4. Okay. So yeah, we're returning 14, but like, return... x plus z. Plus, like, what, 16? Sure. Absolute value of x plus absolute value of... Ah, yeah. We're already getting something. What if it was only this? So... we've got our shape that we want in, like, these colors. So it's like... brown and blue. My colors. So... if it equals 15 or it equals 13... like... it's so, like, I'm sorry, I can't get over this. It's really cool that you can just, like, do this sort of stuff, like, colors are just numbers sort of thing. Like, you could just do this to stumble into, like, some pretty clever and interesting solutions. Like, I don't know what I was gonna, like, do before, like, you know, just thinking of that, but I'm glad that some of Alice's puzzles, like, went into this. I could just learn that sort of stuff. Anyway. So this is our formula. If this equals 15 or... wait. What if we start... like, we don't have to... calculation equals this. Or sorry, value. Let's say value. 1 equal sign. So we don't have to calculate that again. If value equals... get that out here. 15 or value equals 13, then... this is the first time I'm using variables, I think, for this. Up, down, value. I don't know, I don't have to do this. But it would be neat. If y equals -1, then return 7. Yep. And it's in the oh my gosh, I am actually so joyed. Else, hey, get over there, sorry. Return 1. Yay! This is a really fun way to go about it. Once again, just colors are just numbers. So true. Like, I don't know, just in general, yeah, coding with Lua has made me want to go back into, like, Pico 8, and now I'm, like, developing a small-ish game, hoping to release that sometime soon after polishing and other stuff, but, like, now this sort of stuff is, like, unlocking my mind and making me want to, like, do some very crazy shenanigans. Maybe not that crazy, but just, like, clever things in Pico 8, you know? It's a nice time. Goodness. But yeah, that's that. Shouts to Lockstepper. Just like the rhythm of this song. Da 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 da. Sorry, I had to. I had to do that. I love Lockstep. With some 8-ball though. Oh, doubles as a fortune-telling device. Haha. Well, got a big sphere. Learn how to make the big sphere. Goodness gracious. Well, if we look at the x and z, excuse me. Sorry, the x and z, and we look at those two values. So like x and z is not bigger than 3. Oh, sorry, x plus z, absolute value of x and z, when you add those together, they can't equal 6 or higher. So, start with that. If absolute value of x plus absolute value of z is less than 6, then return 4, just for the heck of it. I want to say a pink ball. I mean... I mean, yeah, it's more of a diamond shape, though. I think... this isn't quite a Manhattan problem, I'm just... Was it that we have to, like, apply this from, like, multiple angles? I'm not sure, I'm just toying around. Let's see. Yeah, it still kind of gives off a blockier sort of thing when we want something bigger. Cut back here. Let's look at, like, literally just one layer. Which is the same... wait. Hang on. What is the bottom layer for this? Okay, it is that small, sorry. Bottom is same as the top. Got it. Oh, you know what I could do? I could, like, cut off, like, the x needs to be within a certain thing, y needs to be within a certain thing. I see. Olhar also pondering about distance. Could also be true. This could be a Manhattan problem. A distance thing. Let me think about it. Okay, yeah, like, the first one I was thinking, like, oh yeah, if we, like, for this first part, this first layer, yeah, I was thinking, like, oh, what if we cut off, like, a section, whatever. But then, like, it fails, like, on the second thing here. Oh, it's not a taxi distance thing. Just a regular distance. Perhaps. Perhaps. Distance, distance, distance. Let me check something real quick. Which one was that? That was the, basic hourglass, oh my gosh, yeah. No, that was the complex, was it? Actually, no, I did fancy hourglass off stream. Basic hourglass was the one. Wait, no, it wasn't. I'm lying. Fancy hourglass, so... distance, but not taxi distance, so... yeah, was this for, like, diagonals? Or, like, I had this sort of structure here. Absolute value X, absolute value Y. Oh my gosh, the old attempt. No, no, no. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I wonder. Not taxi distance, but regular distance. Let me see here. So. So it does have a relation to Y. Just need to like think about it a little bit. Like, how would you make a circle? Well, look at your radius and because yeah, these are circles. It's just gotta think of how you would approach that. Circles, eh? Yeah, this is the first time I've been making circles. It's so funny that like this is a puzzle that like Wallaber did. Or like he made a post where he was like, will you wishlist Replicube on Steam? Sources are saying yes, and like he was like making this like 8-ball thing. Not that I'm gonna go look at that. I'm just, you know, what's the relationship between these? Why? Oh. Okay, yeah, you make it smaller, it's just... I'm thinking about, like, not Pythagorean theorem, but, like, triangle stuff, the hypotenuse, but, like, not quite what we're looking for. I did mention circles earlier. I don't know if I need to get too crazy. Like, there's no pi. Oh, there is pi. Well, no, but that's not a thing. It's more of you have to like import math first or some crap. I don't know. You don't need pi, I don't think. Or do you? Well, you go down from here and it's like the thing is that like the gaps for like the circles and stuff are getting much bigger. Do I just make this and then this and this and this? Oh yeah, obviously it's going to be a formula whatever thing. I just distance. I know it's X and Z, obviously, but in what way? Oh my gosh. Let's scoot over to another puzzle if I wanted to. Maybe. Like, I don't immediately have any ideas, and just be sitting here for a bit. Distance. Is it time to... Oh no. I want to return something, it's just... Oh yeah, there's that. It's just, how do I make it more circular? How would one... A circle... Could try the circle formula. That could be true. Is there a... Well, okay, well, no, like literal. Okay, like not like the function, if there were one, but like the formula, possibly. Also, hello, Mint. Welcome to the stuffs, the, Replicube stuffs. So I'm like pondering right now. And again, I don't know, like, if I would... Like, again, I was, like, rambling about, like, circles as well, like, from before. This snippet there might be... I mean, I still need to, like, do it in my own whatever. I don't know if the snippet is, like, too much there, but it's still, like... I don't know, what I was saying is, like, I appreciate it. I'm just thinking right now. I guess now that I see it, though... Oh, this was Pythagorean theorem shenanigans. X squared plus y squared plus z squared. A squared, but well, no, that's a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but I don't know anymore. Apologies. So wait. Radius equals squared. Plus y squared plus z squared. And now, what if I just turn radius? Yeah, that is a funky looking thing. I'm definitely using it very funnily, but wait. So here's the 2, 3. And then 5, 6. But then it like repeats itself. I'll try and like tinker with this on my own at the moment. No, may not need any further whatever's at the time being, but this is interesting. Like, this -272. -272, -272, -373, -373. So, that is interesting that it repeats, though. That's odd, but it's a bit strange, but I think I can work with that. 1, 2, 3. There are no 4s. There's this. I'm just pondering right now. Need to like apply this, but it's like, I don't know, it's just funny that there are some values repeating. Pretty sure the radius needs to be squared too. Let me see what this would result in. Well, there's probably going to be like some numbers that don't like, I don't know. Or apply square root to the left-hand side. Wait. This just... I don't, I could be doing goofy shit. Whoa, wait a minute. Huh. Oh my. Wait, don't tell me. Does that line up, like... word for word? Bar for bar? Wait, okay, yeah, and it's doing it on, like, all 3 axes. I guess it's more like... I only need it for, like, X and Z, so... Let's pretend I just did that, and all of a sudden... Mass chaos? I think so, yeah, I think mass chaos would do it. This is involved somehow, I'm just wondering how to convey it. Well, let's try just rendering, like... What if we only what if we did not render anything that was, like, bigger than 9? If radius less than... Or, sorry. 8. Then. And I guess this is where this, thingy comes in handy. Shape match 99.97. Wait a minute. There's something up with the... Like, yeah, obviously if I do this, this is much worse, but like... Not 100%. Well, I mean, it's close. Is this like a... I'm just gonna continue this for a brief moment and then just worry about, like, getting the 8 up there, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe it's a rounding, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, if that's it, then, you know, floating point moment would go crazy. Oh, man. Well, maybe it's, or as in, like, floating point here, or, like, floating point with, like, the square root. I don't know. But anyway, return 3. Oh, return 3. Okay, hang on. Return 1 first. I need to see. Return 14. I like the color blue. So... now I can just worry about getting the 8. That's very funny. If... not, so... don't be this. So... what am I thinking? X... let me see here, sorry. If X... sorry, I'm thinking of Z right now. I can do X. If not X less than... goodness, I need to stretch or something. I'm getting tense on my... where I'm sitting. I don't know, my posture's whack. Posture's just whack. Absolute value X less than 3 and Z, absolute value Z is less than 2. Well, Y, if that and that, and then if Y equals 7, I'd say, then we consider all this stuff. I think. Wait, I'm putting the Y somewhere. If Y equals 7. Oh my gosh, hang on. Wait, okay, so hang on. If y equals 7 and... So if you're not equal to 7, then congratulations, you're just gonna be 14 anyway, is what I'm getting at here. And now this is like... We do want that. Otherwise... Wait. Y equals 7 and that. Oh, I'm getting myself so lost in this all. Okay, so, like... Obviously, yeah, this top part is being rendered white. I'm trying to... Y equals 7... Holy moly. I think I need to do it in reverse. I need to think of what I'm doing in reverse. If y is less than 7, or... So yeah, this is our return 14, otherwise this is our return 1 here. So if y is less than 7, or, and then we do like the actual thing. So yeah, that, we got the thing. And then, sorry, y equals 7 and this happens, and this happens, and, got this thingy. This is what x, absolute value of x, no, you can't do that. Or you can? Look, I'm trying to like get this one condition where it's like absolute value of x is not equal to 1 and what else? I think that's it, unless... And z is equal to 0, yeah. Oh my gosh. I'll fix it in a moment. I'm just... 3, otherwise return 1. Okay, what is actually happening here? I could just render 3 lines. Like, I also could. That sounds much... I don't know, something about this is making me cry. Yeah, this or that. Y equals 7 and I think absolute value of z equals 1. Well, absolute value of x also needs to be less than 3 and okay, alright, that, and now don't get lost in the parentheses sauce. Also, sorry I hadn't mentioned it earlier, but I do appreciate, I guess, getting nudged like a little bit, like not completely, but I guess like slightly nudged in the right direction. I do admit that, yeah, this was like a bit, tricky there. I was rambling about circles, as I mentioned before, but I don't know, just did not think of the, thingy there. The formula. So yeah, at the very least now I'm like thinking about this 8, which is not like crazy, but you know. Okay, that's that. And now... So it's y equals 7 and this or this. And you put all that in a thingy. And this is when x... Oh, baby. I think I put this first. Just so I can see the first condition that I'm worrying about. So z equals 0 and x modulus 2 equals 0. I think. Where's the error? The parentheses sauce. Okay. That. And this. I don't think I should be doing it like that, but... Okay, hang on. Yes. And you've got... this, yeah. Or you've got this. And then that is pointing at that. And you need one more parenthesis. Well, yeah, it was a rounding, whatever error, or thingy there. Funny. Yeah, it did feel like a moment where it's like, you know what, why don't I just like do the rest of the puzzle and then, you know, see what works. Not rounding, floating, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, the 8 ball is made. Again, appreciate the little assistance there. Because, yeah, it would have taken quite a bit to, like, realize what to do. But now I know. Now I know. And you know what? I'm gonna put that in my... I'll put this in my thingy. I mean, like, yeah, literally this is the thing for circles, but imagine if I were not super aware of such. Alright, let's do the billiards table and maybe we can call it a night. It's been 5 hours, wow. Really quite heavy when made solid like this, I can imagine. No way, is that 4 symmetrical pillars? You know what time it is. It's time to figure out how to make one pillar and then make the rest. Unless... minimum. Can I do something really funny? Something really, really funny? Well... not really. Maybe I just... Okay. So... just want to make the legs and then the... I wonder... I think I just make the legs, honestly. Let me get up and stretch for a moment, though. I guess one doesn't really need to mute while they are stretching, but at the same time, maybe the acoustics of my voice sound a bit different when I'm not in my seat, or something. I'm not sure. I don't know, I was fine for a bit, and now my neck is just like, oh, gosh. I'll be okay. Well. If it isn't... table. Brother, just start with an absolute, please. If absolute value of... I'm sorry, I'm just kind of losing it. I don't know, I've been at it for too long. It's been fun though, it's been a pretty fun stream. Hope to do such more often. In fact, I mentioned Pantslore earlier. And speaking of oh my gosh, this is a great segue. Funny game that like Pantslore made called Make 10. Did I post his... No, I did not post his itch.io. But I will instead link to Pantslore's Make 10. Oh my gosh. I could probably just link to the itch page actually. I'm not sure. Alright, yeah, Pantslore. He made a game called Make 10. It's a game where you... Guess what? You make 10. You have like a grid of numbers and you select them in like... You make box selections and the numbers have to add up to 10. And it looks like he made a game called Make 10 Deluxe, which like has like some more extra stuff in it, which is cool. And guess what? That same Monday... Or sorry, not that same Monday. Like the game's already out, Make 10 Deluxe, but there's a game called If Letters Had Pants, Would They Wear Them Like This? Also known as If Letters Had Pants, if you wanted the short version. Or you could be the full title of the game, which is If Letters Had Pants, Would They Wear Them Like This? What about numbers? What if they had small shovels and they dug stuff up to put in a museum? And I am absolutely not kidding. That is the true title of the game on Steam. It's too long for itch, but it's there on Steam. Anyway, same concept, but with letters. Possibly thinking about streaming both games back to back tomorrow. Look forward to it, maybe. Anyway, that is less than 4 and absolute value. X is greater than -1 and absolute value Z is less than -3 and absolute values Z is greater than -6, then so if Y, sorry, not U, if Y is less than Y less than 0 and that, then return 3. No then. Oh, there was a then, so what's up? I probably did something very funny. Absolute value less than 4 but greater than -1 less than -3. What happened? What is going on? My Y's are fine, it's just absolute value X less than -4 greater than less than oh yeah, less than -3 greater than -6. How could that be? Less than wait whoa, yeah, okay, I'm like, what? I've been at it for too long. I'm like, it's an absolute value, like what are the negative signs for? Oh gosh. I really have been at it for too long. Wait, so less than 3... Really? Less than... No, greater than 3, less than 6. Ah, yeah. Cool. Those are legs. Anyway, what for my next... Oh, I had the content warning up the whole time. Oh my gosh. This is very funny. Replicube is a very safe game for the eyes. My apologies. Oh my gosh. Forgot to remove that after playing Switchblade and, what was it? 1 million stars, yep. Oops. I'll make a note of that in the VOD description if one is not familiar with Replicube. Anyway, I think this is where we can use some max stuff, I think? If max... Because we're making like a hollow box, I feel, right now. Which means we're only hugging like the edges. Well, I meant to helicap that there, which is why I didn't say anything. I see. Yeah, apologies. I think that's probably like on me. But yeah, if you do like wonder about like anything, I just let me know just in case. I don't know. I could always like miss something. But yeah, there's no flashy whatever's in Replicube. I guess we, what do we do? We make the brown part first, obviously, I think. Wait. Oh, it's kind of funky, actually. Well... Yes, but no. Okay, what if I just make the green part? What do you think about that? The green part. Oh, sorry, inner felt. Felt. Table. Now, if absolute value x is less than 5, sorry, greater than, no, less than 5, and z, absolute value z, is less than 6. No, less than 7. Then. And now this is where it gets funny. If y is greater than, or sorry, equal to 3, else if y is equal to 2, then. And then we end both of those. Now for this. If x equals 4, or actually I think it's nice that we're doing the felt first and then the thing, for reasons I'll explain, but if x equals -4 or z equals -6, then turn 11. Absolute value. Get rid of the negative. Cool. Yep, 4, 3, negative 6, 4, 3, negative 6. Yep, everything's good. And now for the third, which will be... not third, but you know. Okay. Modulus moment. Flipped or mirrored on the x-axis. If not, so if your ABS x equals 3, you might be in trouble, because then if you also, what is this? This is going by the z. If z mod 5 equals 0, then you're not getting rendered. Return 11. Hey, that was very cool. Good stuff. Holy moly. Alrighty. Little modulus. And now the last part is the table, which I think should be easier? Maybe? 'Cause, like, you can... Right, if I peek inside here... So it just keeps going... So, like, it has, like, this, but then it, like, doesn't, and that's fine because, like, these greens are already there. So I think the shape we're looking for... Could just make a box, actually. Hang on. Don't over-engineer if you don't have to. But we do have to keep this in mind, this conditional, because if not, then it's going to fill in those, like, empty gaps. So, if... This takes up all the x, sorry, all the z. If y greater than -1 and y less than 4, and what else am I thinking? Nothing. Unless z go all the way, x don't go all the way. X, absolute value x is less than 6. Then we can consider you. If I don't want this inside area to get demolished here. Maybe I could print something funny. If y equals 3 and absolute value z is less than 6. If not that, and you're not whatever thing is down here with the y, and not y equals 2 and y equals 2 and all this, then crazy if this works. Return 16. This is a funny looking pool table, not gonna lie. That, and is my thing too high? No, these are the right size. It's this, which is very funny. Wait, so... if y is greater than -1, oh, I feel like a complete goofball. How was this? It's close, so like... I think this is a... let's see what happened moment. Y equals 3. What happens when I do this? Okay, so something might be wrong here. So y equals 3 and absolute value. Wait, what did I do that for? 6? What happens if I get rid of this? Oh yeah, the whole thing disappears, but like... absolute value of... whoa. Okay, so your y can't be 3, and your absolute value can't be less than 6. Wait, no, yeah, that's what I said, but like... less than 5? Wait. Oh, that's the wrong axis. That could be the wrong axis, I think. Or is it? Oh yeah, that's the wrong axis. Wait, so... huh? Okay, no, don't get lost in the sauce here. So, I'm saying I don't want this inside area, which is in fact x. So absolute value of x is not... can't be less than 4. Okay. So then what's... yeah. Okay, I see now. Guess I need to get another axis. Z and absolute value, I think, of Z is... I think this is what I wanted. Less than 7. Almost. That's actually kind of crazy. Overall match, so something inside. Ah, wait. Yeah, what the heck? Wait, so... oh, okay. No, I can fix that up here. Y equals 2. If not, so... let me do a X. No, a Z. Z is less than... sorry. Absolute value... Z is less than... what is that? 6. Oh, don't lose the plot. Wait, no, I think I'm fine. It's just... yeah. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay, no, you apply it to the X as well. What? Oh, sorry, 4. Woo! Okay, awesome. that was real funny, goodness. So yeah, start with the legs, of course, felt easy. and then felt pretty good actually to get the hang of. Need a little bit of tweaks there. And then yeah, the table, you still have to like keep some things from like before in mind, but yeah, that solves it. Holy moly. Submitted. Whoop the whoop. Imagine. Oh yeah, I was expecting an email there. An indie game fanatic. Wow, they must be a fan of Replicube then. Fight on? Ooh. I hope you are inspired to use your creations to provide real-world benefit. Here's a replica paint image I created to celebrate our achievements. Perfect practice makes perfect winners. Aww. Gosh, it feels so, like, bittersweet, but, like, still in, like, a happy sense, kinda, when you, like, complete someone's puzzles like this and they're kind of just, like, you know, farewell. Like, I don't know if we'll see him again, like, later on in the game, but wow. Oh, that's a neat little thing. Wow. Yeah, like, I really like the checkerboard aspect and then, like, the, sport whatever is, like, the negative space. Is that saved under my paint files? Yes, it is. Awesome. And I would never delete these. And this also feels like a fun way to, like, show your progress, I guess. Like, you see someone's background and, you know, that's how far they've gotten. Huh. That's awesome. Well. That has been some more Replicube. And yeah, we still have, like, a couple more unsolved, like, sets here. Game ideas and music. I may, like, save those as well for stream shenanigans. We'll see. Game's pretty fun and, like, addicting and whatnot. So, I don't know. I'll try my best. But, yeah, that has been more Replicube. Still amazed and, like, glad with, like, all the, like, puzzle solving and stuff that you can do in this. All the clever shenanigans and whatnot. Done a real good job, Oliver. A real good job. Yeah, we'll look forward to playing this more in the near future.